Hey, you! Ever wondered who really holds the power behind the Vatican's ancient walls under the first American Pope, Leo XIV? We're diving into the top 8 most influential leaders shaping the Catholic Church today, and trust me, their stories are packed with surprises that'll keep you glued to the screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help grow our community. Also, to get a special shout-out in my next video, leave a comment of where you're watching from. So, who are these heavyweights guiding 1.4 billion Catholics worldwide? Let's jump in. In May 2025, Cardinal Robert Prevost, a Chicago-born missionary with deep roots in Peru, stepped onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica as Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope in history. His election sent shockwaves through the Catholic world. Why? Because the Vatican, a tiny city-state with massive global influence, had never chosen a leader from a superpower like the US before. This wasn't just a new pope, it was a seismic shift. But here's the thing, even a pope doesn't run the show alone. Behind him stands a circle of powerhouses, cardinals, prefects, and advisors, who steer the Church's mission. Who are they? What makes them tick? And why do their roles matter to you, whether you're Catholic or just curious? That's where we're headed. Stick around, because the first name on our list is a game-changer. First up, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican's Secretary of State. Think of him as the Pope's right-hand man for global affairs, a diplomatic genius navigating the Church's role on the world stage. At 70, this Italian cardinal is a master of balance, blending spiritual leadership with political savvy. His office handles everything from relations with world leaders to managing the Vatican's embassies, called nunciatures, across the globe. Parolin's been at the helm since 2013, and under Leo XIV, he's doubling down on peacebuilding, especially in hotspots like Ukraine and Gaza. Why does he top our list? He's got the Pope's ear and the world's attention, shaping how the Church responds to crises like war and climate change. But his real power lies in his quiet influence. Some say he's the most connected man in Rome. But wait, could his cautious approach spark tension with Leo's bold vision? We'll get to that. Parolin's diplomacy keeps the Vatican steady, but another leader is pushing the Church into uncharted territory with a radical new focus. Who is it? Let's meet the second most powerful figure under Leo XIV. Say hello to Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, the Argentinian theologian running the dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith. This guy's job? Guarding the purity of Catholic teaching. At 62, he's one of the youngest power players in the Vatican, known for his sharp mind and progressive leanings. Fernandez oversees the Church's stance on hot-button issues like marriage, gender, and morality. Under Pope Francis, he helped pen Amoris Laetitia, a document that stirred debate by softening the Church's tone on divorced and remarried Catholics. Now, under Leo XIV, he's tackling the digital age, questioning how AI and modern culture challenge faith. His influence is massive, every bishop's appointment hinges on his doctrinal approval. But here's the twist, some conservatives call him too liberal. Could his bold ideas shake the Church's foundations? The Vatican's power structure is like a chessboard, with each piece moving carefully under Leo's gaze. Our next leader is a master strategist, and their role might surprise you. Meet Sister Nathalie Becquart, a French nun and the first woman to hold a voting role in the Vatican's Synod of Bishops. At 56, she's a trailblazer, pushing for a more inclusive church. Her job is to help Leo XIV shape the Synod, a global meeting of bishops that sets the Church's direction. Becquart's focus is on listening to the laity, especially women and young people, to make the Church more collaborative. Appointed by Pope Francis in 2021, she's now a key ally for Leo's vision of a missionary church that builds bridges. Her influence is growing, but some traditionalists are nervous. Why? She's amplifying voices that have been sidelined for centuries. Is she the future of the Church, or a challenge to its traditions? Stay tuned. Sister Nathalie's work is reshaping how the Church listens, but our next leader holds a different kind of power, one that controls the Vatican's purse strings. Cardinal Kevin Farrell, a 78-year-old Irish-American, is the Vatican's Camerlengo. That title sounds obscure, but it's huge. He manages the Vatican's operations during a papal transition, like after Pope Francis's death in April 2025. Farrell oversaw the conclave that elected Leo XIV, ensuring secrecy and order. Now, he's back to running the dicastery for laity, family, and life, promoting Catholic values in everyday life. His global network, from Dublin to Dallas, gives him clout, and his financial oversight keeps the Vatican's budget tight. But here's the catch: the Church's money troubles are mounting. Can Farrell keep the ship afloat? Money matters, but faith is the heart of the Vatican. Our next leader wields a unique kind of influence, one that shapes the spiritual lives of millions. Meet Cardinal Arthur Roche, the 75-year-old Englishman heading the dicastery for divine worship and the discipline of the sacraments. His role: overseeing how Catholics pray, from the Mass to the sacraments that define the faith. Roche is a stickler for tradition, but he's also adapting ancient rituals to a modern world. Under Leo XIV, he's pushing for translations of the liturgy that resonate with local cultures, like the 130 million Catholics in Brazil who want worship in their own voice. His decisions touch every altar, every prayer, every sacred moment. But here's the kicker: some say his reforms are stirring tension with traditionalists who want the old Latin Mass back. Could Roche's vision reshape how you experience faith? Let's keep moving. The Vatican isn't just about prayer, it's a global institution with deep roots in education and culture. Our next leader is a scholar whose influence stretches far beyond Rome. Enter Cardinal José Tolentino de Mendonça, the 59-year-old Portuguese poet and theologian running the dicastery for culture and education. This guy's a powerhouse of ideas, blending faith with art, science, and learning. He oversees Catholic schools, universities, and cultural initiatives worldwide, from theology programs in Nairobi to art restoration in Florence. Under Leo XIV, he's championing dialogue with secular culture, asking big questions: how does faith fit in a world of AI and skepticism? His lyrical style and open mind make him a favorite among younger Catholics, but some wonder if his intellectual approach risks alienating the faithful. Power in the Vatican often comes from unexpected places, and our next leader proves it. Say hello to Cardinal Michael Czerny, the 79-year-old Canadian Jesuit leading the dicastery for promoting integral human development. His mission is the Church's social justice arm, tackling poverty, migration, and climate change. Czerny's been on the front lines, from working with refugees in Africa to advocating for Amazon communities. Under Leo XIV, he's pushing the Church to act on global crises, like supporting the 100 million displaced people worldwide. His passion is infectious, but his bold calls for action sometimes clash with the Vatican's cautious diplomacy. Here's the twist: Czerny's work could make the Church a louder voice for the marginalized, or spark pushback from those who want a quieter approach. Stay with me, because our final leader is a total wild card. We've reached the last spot on our list, and this one's a heavy hitter. Meet Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, the 68-year-old Filipino dynamo running the dicastery for evangelization. Known as the Asian Francis, Tagle's charisma lights up rooms, and his focus is spreading the gospel in the fastest-growing Catholic regions, like Asia and Africa. He oversees missionary work around the world. His YouTube live streams draw millions, blending humor, faith, and raw emotion. Under Leo XIV, Tagle's pushing for a church that's joyful and outward-looking, but his high profile has some whispering: could he be the next pope? That's a question that keeps Vatican watchers up at night. What do you think? We've just walked through the top 8 power players under Pope Leo XIV, from diplomats to visionaries, reformers to evangelists. Each one's shaping the future of 1.4 billion Catholics and the world beyond. So, what's your take? Who's the most intriguing leader on this list? Drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. If this blew your mind, share it with a friend and hit that bell for more deep dives into the Vatican's inner workings. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep the faith, or at least the curiosity.